Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Now once again we're out in that woodland we were fishing last time, full of the Himalayan balsam, but this time we're not fishing the stream. Last time I was here fishing for those chub, I did spot some flooded areas in this woodland, some very small pools that did actually contain stranded fish. Now these pools aren't normally there. The areas where these pools are, I've got a nice big spider on me, haven't I? Love spiders. See you later, buddy. Well, these pools normally in summertime are completely dried up. The only reason they got water in this time of year now is that we've had so much rain, the river's flooded into this woodland, the pools are filled up, the smaller fish from the stream that can't fight the current have got stranded in the pools, and now they're sort of locked in there. Now I'm sure they're perfectly fine there for now, but by this time next year, or maybe even in a month or two's time, if we don't get any rain for a month or so, these will dry up and the fish will ultimately die. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try and catch these fish. Lots of the fish I saw were quite small, so I've got some very finesse tactics. In fact, some of you guys may never even have seen hooks this small before that I'm using today. I'm fighting through the Himalayan balsam. Will I make it to them pools where they're fishing? I don't know. But when we do, hopefully we can rescue a few fish. Right, let's crack on. Oh, almost fell over. Trying to find this standing water has proven to be a right pain. The more I search, the more I find in standing water. Most of it is like this though, just a couple of inches deep. Nothing in it, and if there was fish stranded in there, then more than likely would have been picked off by birds by now. So, I'm still marching about. Okay, I think I found the area I was in last time. Weird, it's like you're completely closed in. It's just Himalayan balsam, 7-8 foot high, all the way around in a big circle. And here we've got like several collapsed trees. And I'm pretty sure this is the area where I was finding fish. Oh, I've just fallen into the hole there, that's not good. I can see signs of life, I can see bugs. Water is full of bugs. Do you see that? There's a collapsed tree here and all the water's gathered in these areas where the trees have collapsed. It's made these pools that are probably like 2.5 to 3 foot deep at the deepest little points. And these were the pools that I found fishing last time. It's funny because you got this pool, which is the main one that seems to have most fish in it, but that one's got fish in it. And as we go just round here, you got another pool almost identical. It's another fallen tree, and that little pool is also stacked with fish, not quite as many. And then if you look just over here, they've got another fallen tree, and that pool over there has also got loads of little fish in it. All stranded in these little pools after the water's receded. Well, this is it. We've found the fish that are trapped in these little pools of water, and we're going to catch them. We're going to find out what species they are as well. But the setup of choice today, this isn't a sponsored video by the way, is a stick. I found this, I've just been searching in the undergrowth, perfect stick for this job. I'm fishing in water that's literally directly in front of me. A lot of these fish are very small, and some of you guys probably won't have even seen hooks this small that I'll be using today. The hooks I'm using are tiny. They are size 24 hooks, miniature, tiny, weeny hooks. We're going to be using a bloodworm on the hook, a small bloodworm, and I'm going to be using line that is less than a pound breaking strain. I'll tell you now exactly what it is. It is 12 ounce breaking strain line with a size 24 hook, super micro fishing, and like I say, a stick for a rod. I'm going to see how many of these fish we can catch, find out what species they are. I'll have a little sneaking suspicion and move them all, hopefully transfer them all over to the river. Right, let's set the stick up and hopefully catch them. Now, before I make my first cast, it's time to show you my bait. Dotty, absolutely dotty. It's some bloodworm, bought from the local pet shop a few days ago, so I think most of them are dead by now. But to catch the fish that are in here, we have to use the smallest bait we could possibly find. And that was it. Right, let's catch some fish. Now in theory I shouldn't have spooked him from this spot. I did see a load in this swim. I'm calling it a swim, it's just a puddle. I did see a load in this puddle. Probably a similar amount to what I saw in the last one. Maybe 15 to 20 fish. Difference is I don't think I've spooked these ones yet. So I'm hoping they'll be more obliging when I put a bait in. We got one, yes. And it's exactly what I thought they were actually. But I wanted to catch one to confirm. They're very, very, very small sticklebacks. Which have found their way into these pools. Obviously these fish are the ones that are really struggling in that main flow of river when the river gets high. And they're getting stranded. There we go, a lovely little stickleback. Let's let him get his breath back. Right, we'll see how many we can catch and we'll move these back over to the river. Yes, we've got another one. That one choked it. Difficult trying to unhook these tiny, tiny little sticklebacks. There we go. What a monster. Another one. One after another now. Look at that, guys. That's what we're catching. Beautiful little stickleback. And that's why I'm using size 24 hooks. You need it to be able to catch them. Another one. Getting so many of these things. It's actually a decent little ecosystem this for these fish. It's just a sad shame that it does dry up. I know that for a fact because the last 2 summers when I've actually fished in these woods and the stream that runs through it, these areas like this one where the tree stumps are, these have just been dry mud holes with nothing in them, no water, no nothing. It's just so happened to be this year when we've had a lot of rain, a lot of flooding, that the fish are in there. So eventually these will dry up, even if it's not this season, it might be next season, and the fish will all die. It's a shame because they really are thriving in there. So, in this small tiny tub is a big success. Caught loads of the small fish that are living out of these holes in the woods, basically where trees have collapsed and the root holes are where all the water's gathered. They will 100% dry up at some point. Maybe not this season. If the rain keeps up for the rest of summer, it might be alright. They might hold water for long enough. But if not, by next summer they will have dried up. And those fish will obviously die. Now, I was going to release all of these straight back into the stream that's running through the woods. But it's still running a bit high, and I'm thinking, I do have a bit of a plan up my sleeve. I do have a pond at home, albeit a small pond, which does need restocking. It's full of plant life. It's also full of mosquito larvae. It's also full of bloodworm and freshwater shrimp. The only thing it's missing is fish. And I've been waiting for the perfect fish to put in there because it's only a small pond. And I actually think these small little sticklebacks, which are a community species that like nest building and like still water, will be absolutely perfect. So I'm going to let the majority of the sticklebacks go in the river, and I'm probably going to take 4 or 5 home with me to put in the little garden pond I've got, which I think will be a really nice addition. We're good. Right, so it's time for me to go and put a few of these in my pond and let a few go. We've probably got about 12 or 13 stickleback in there. We'll let probably half of them go, take maybe 5 of them home to live out their days in my lovely little garden pond. There we go. So what I've done there is I've let out a few sticklebacks, tipped out maybe half the water, refilled it with a fresh, clean, oxygenated stream water, which should last them the very short journey home. And I'll catch you at home where we'll put them into my little wild pond. Right guys, so we've just made it home. We've just released the sticklebacks into my little wildlife pond, and they're doing really, really well. 100% survival rate, and hopefully they'll take care of all the little mosquito larvae that are living down there. So thank you guys for watching. We had a really, really fun time today. We probably saved about 12 or 13 stranded fish from them pools in the woods, although there was probably about 50 fish in that pool. But they seem to be doing really well so far, and hopefully they survive. But if you want me to go down and catch some more of those and maybe transfer more to the river, I might do that next time I go out there to that stream and fishing for the chub. I might take a net with me, catch a few more out. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. It's a bit of a different one today. If you want to, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.